You know, my daughter turned 15 this year. She's gonna start driving. You know? She goes through toilet paper like it's free. I actually complained about it. I actually yelled at her and I felt terrible. I said to her, I go, Erica, you're going through a roll a day. You gotta stop. It's a waste. You know what she said? I'm a girl, Dad. That was it. I'm a girl. Well, what do I say? I'm like, okay. And I just couldn't believe it because in the 70s growing up in New York, man, it was like Cold War Russia. We had 10 people in the house. We had 2 bathrooms, upstairs, downstairs, never had toilet paper. One roll rotated up and down. Every day of the week, someone would get caught upstairs without it. And you'd hear a kid yelling, somebody throw me some toilet paper! And all the other kids are downstairs like, no, let him sit, let him sit. This is gonna be hilarious. And you're up there for like an hour, like Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon 2, you know, your legs are locking up. You start to get desperate, you look in the garbage can, that's not too bad, that's not too bad. If you're laughing, you've done it. If you're laughing, you've done it. You know, you're like, oh, that's a Twix wrapper, that might not hurt, that might not hurt. Who the hell's eating Twix in here? That's disgusting. And you can't even buy toilet paper. You can't buy a roll because they call me. She'd be like, Dad, we need toilet paper. You got to get a roll. You can't buy a roll. There's no one roll anymore. You got to get a double roll, but a double roll is really 4, but 4 rolls is really 16. If you get 16, it's 32, but 32 rolls is 64, and 64 is 128, right? How does this math work? Where can you get away with that kind of advertising? Can you go home tonight with your girl, drop your pants, go, this is 3 inches, we're going to do it 4 times, so it's 12. And she always said she always had to give you everything I brought. You had to get Charmin. That's what she would say. You got to get Charmin, Dad, because it's the best. Remember Charmin, man? Remember that? Remember when it was a good product when they advertised it right with Mr. Whipple? Remember Mr. Whipple? Yeah, he had the lab coat, bald guy with a pen, stalking women. Now he'd be a predator, but then he was cool. He'd be in that store and he'd be like, "Don't squeeze the Charmin, bitches!" And they were like, "Mr. Whipple!" And they'd run out and he'd smack him on the ass. Remember that commercial? Yeah, you see what they got now for Charmin? You see what's advertising Charmin? 3 big fat bears with red butts. You see that? It's disgusting. The baby bear has toilet paper stuck to his ass. You see that commercial? Makes me want to buy that product. And now Charmin, the roll is so big, they got a mega roll. It comes with a conversion kit. You seen it? You need a conversion kit for your toilet paper roller. If you need a conversion kit for your toilet paper roller, you need to change your diet. You're shitting way too much. Have a block of cheese, for God's sake. And a mega roll, a 4-pack of mega roll in California, $9.98. Yeah, $10, $9.98. I'm in the supermarket, I'm looking at it, I'm like, $9.98, are you kidding? For $9.98, Mr. Whipple better jerk me off on the way home.